Have you ever looked up at the night sky and just wondered what it all is? Where did we come from? What are the rules that govern everything around us? This fundamental curiosity, this deep-seated need to know, is the very heart of science. It's a story that began not in a lab, but around a crackling fire, with our earliest ancestors staring at the same stars we see today. Imagine it, tens of thousands of years ago. Early humans observed the world with incredible detail. They tracked the seasons by the movement of the sun. They learned the patterns of animal migrations. They figured out which plants could heal and which could harm. This wasn't just survival. It was the dawn of observation and pattern recognition. They didn't have equations or microscopes, but they had questions. And they used the world around them to find answers. This was the birth of the scientific method in its most primal form. Fast forward to the ancient civilizations. The Babylonians, meticulous astronomers, created detailed star charts to predict celestial events. The Egyptians used geometry and engineering to build the pyramids, monuments of human ingenuity that still mystify us. They developed mathematics not just for taxes and trade, but to understand the very structure of their world. Then came the Greeks. This was a turning point. Thinkers like Thales, Pythagoras, and Aristotle weren't just content with what worked. They wanted to know why it worked. They shifted from practical observation to a quest for underlying principles, for universal laws. Aristotle, for instance, tried to classify all living things. It wasn't perfect, but it was a monumental attempt to bring order to the chaos of nature. They championed logic and reason as the ultimate tools for unlocking the secrets of the universe. But the flame of Greek inquiry eventually flickered. The Roman Empire rose and fell, and for a long period in Europe, much of this ancient knowledge was lost or suppressed. However, the story of science didn't stop. It just moved. During the Islamic Golden Age, scholars in places like Baghdad and Cairo became the world's leading scientists. They didn't just preserve the Greek texts, they built upon them. They invented algebra, made huge strides in medicine, optics, and chemistry. Thinkers like Ibn al-Haytham pioneered the scientific method as we know it, emphasizing experimentation and proof. Without them, the Renaissance might have looked very different. And what a renaissance it was. A rediscovery of ancient knowledge in Europe sparked a revolution in thinking. This is where we meet figures who feel like giants. Nicolaus Copernicus looked at the complex models of the solar system and proposed a radically simpler idea. What if the Earth wasn't the center of everything? What if we and all the other planets revolved around the sun? It was a bold, world-shattering idea. Then came Galileo Galilei. He didn't just theorize, he looked. With his newly built telescope, he saw the moons of Jupiter, the craters on our moon, and the phases of Venus. He provided tangible evidence that Copernicus was right. This insistence on observation and evidence, even when it went against centuries of dogma, is a cornerstone of modern science. It wasn't an easy path. Galileo faced persecution for his discoveries, but he showed that nature's book is written in the language of mathematics, and the only way to read it is through experiment. The stage was set for perhaps the single greatest mind in the history of science, Isaac Newton. Standing on the shoulders of giants like Galileo, Newton gave us the laws of motion and universal gravitation. He showed that the same force that makes an apple fall from a tree is the one that keeps the moon in orbit around the Earth. He united the heavens and the earth under a single, elegant set of mathematical laws. For the next 200 years, it seemed like Newton's physics could explain everything. The universe was a grand, predictable clockwork machine. But as our tools got better, we started seeing things that the clockwork model couldn't explain. The 19th and early 20th centuries brought new revolutions. We delved into the unseen worlds. Charles Darwin's theory of evolution by natural selection explained the staggering diversity of life on Earth, connecting us all to a single, ancient family tree. In chemistry, we finally understood atoms and molecules, the building blocks of everything. Marie Curie's pioneering work on radioactivity revealed that atoms weren't indivisible, solid little balls. They were complex, energetic, and could change. Then, at the dawn of the 20th century, Albert Einstein completely rewrote our understanding of space, time, and gravity. His theory of relativity showed that space and time are not absolute, but are woven together into a single fabric that can be warped by mass and energy. The universe wasn't a static stage, it was a dynamic, active participant. Around the same time, the bizarre and wonderful world of quantum mechanics was discovered. It revealed that at the subatomic level, reality operates on rules of probability and uncertainty that defy all common sense. Particles can be in multiple places at once, and a cat can be both alive and dead. It's weird, it's counterintuitive, but it's how the universe works. It's the foundation of all modern technology, from your smartphone to medical lasers. Today, we live in an era of unprecedented discovery. We've mapped the human genome, the blueprint of life itself. We've detected gravitational waves, ripples in space-time predicted by Einstein a century ago, from the collision of black holes billions of light years away. Telescopes like Hubble and James Webb are peering back to the dawn of time, showing us the first galaxies as they formed. We're searching for life on other planets, probing the mysteries of dark matter and dark energy, and using artificial intelligence to solve problems once thought impossible. The story of science is not a simple, straight line. It's a messy, human story filled with dead ends, brilliant insights, fierce debates, and moments of pure wonder. It's a testament to our relentless curiosity. From a simple question whispered around a campfire to the grand equations that describe the cosmos, science is the greatest adventure humanity has ever embarked upon. And the most exciting part? We're still just getting started. The next chapter is waiting to be written. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through the history of science, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories about our amazing universe. See you next time.